off balance, but it looked as if the blow knocked him down. Ruled a slip. Now we're into round 6. Dominant round was round 4 when Hearns apparently had Shields ready to go, but Shields would not go. 40 seconds into round 6. Tommy with a short right and then a long right. Good left. That stopped Shields in his tracks. Saw the left shoot Shields' head back. Minute 10 into round 6. Shields answering back with a couple of lefts of his own. No question, Hearns dominating the fight, regardless of the butt in the first round that drew blood from Hearns' right eye, and the ruled slip in the 5th round. Caution to Hearns from referee Ferrara. Watch the use of his head. Minute left in the 6th round.
There you go.
35 seconds left in the round.
Take your time. Take your time.
Shields is held together up to this point.
There you go.
He answered with a right after Hearns had left with a left.
Take your time.
Hearns is doing the scoring, of course.
There you go.
We're at the end of round 6. Defending against a tough game guy named Randy Shields. It has gone through 6 rounds. Few expected that to happen. No knockdowns. An apparent right that caused Hearns to fall was ruled a slip by Robert Ferrara, the referee. That came in the 5th round. In the 4th round, Shields was ready to go from 2 devastating rights delivered by Hearns, but he never even went down. Only sign of blood, a claimed butt by the Hearns corner against Tommy in the 1st round that drew some blood from the right corner of the right eye. Stewart in the corner repaired it effectively. We're a minute into the 7th round. If nothing else, Randy Shields is proving himself a good catcher.
All right, I got a break. Come on, both of you. Back up. Body, Randy.
Now, on that slip, the ruled slip, it was a right by Shields. Watch where Tommy Hearns carries his left. Now it's conceivable against, see how low he carries it? Against a fighter like Sugar Ray Leonard, that might cause him trouble. But of course, any fighter fighting Hearns in that weight classification faces a disadvantage in reach, and it's dangerous to try to get inside. And yet you must try to do that. Seventh round action. Leonard sitting a row or so behind us. together with Alexis Arguello and Hilmer Kenny. Some of those fighters who have made the lower weight classifications so appealing today to the boxing fans of this country. Outstanding athletes. Even though Hilmer suffered that loss to Sean O'Grady. O'Grady was brilliant 2 weeks ago. Round 7, and we're down to 15 seconds left. And while Hearns has dominated the round, he has not scored in the manner he scored in earlier rounds. Back live, there's Sugar Ray Leonard with his wife. Action started in the 8th round. Yes, the 8th round, and Randy Shields is still in there against Tommy Hearns. Shields to the left, Hearns to the right. WBA World Welterweight title at stake. We'll be talking with Sugar Ray Leonard shortly. Get his reactions to what he sees in Hearns today. Hearns back to boxing. Using the left. Looking to set up the right. But we are in the 8th round now. And what we must watch for is whether or not there's a diminution of punching power in Hearns as the fight progresses. Only because, as I suggested earlier on, some have questioned the stamina of Tommy Hearns, hearkening back to the Harold Weston fight in particular. We're a minute into the 8th round, and now Hearns unloading again, which he did not do in the 7th round. That left always in there. Shields may have the style with his lateral movement. A good right. There, Hearns got it in to have troubled Hearns thus far, but not the power. Would like to alert our local stations along the line that at the end of this round, we'll take a station break.
Hold it. Come on.
Shields holding on, getting in there. Now a big red welt under the right eye of Shields and an apparent cut over the right eye of Shields. Yes, there is blood over the right eye. The corner of the right eye. Randy Shields. A minute left in round 8.
I got a break. Come on.
If it's guts you want, if it's gizzards you want, look at that man Shields. He's got it. Blood now drawn again from the corner of Hearns' right eye. So each fighter has blood in the right corner of the right eye. We have 20 seconds left in round 8. Hearns keeps getting that left in there. But there was one by Shields. We'll be back with more of the WBA World Welterweight Championship fight after this word from our local stations. We're back live at ringside, Phoenix, Arizona, round 9. Yes, round 9, and Randy Shields is still in there against Tommy Hearns. I have this fight scored a shutout every round for Hearns. That's a subjective appraisal, and yet the fight is interesting. It wasn't the quick knockout laugher everyone expected. It's interesting because, on occasion, Shields has hurt Hearns, though he may deny it after the fight. And once there was what was ruled a slip that may be questionable. Then there was the claim butt in the first round that drew blood from Tommy Hearns. Such has been the mantle of invincibility thrust upon Hearns that nobody could have imagined the fight would have gone this far. Be interesting when we get Sugar Ray Leonard's reaction. Round 9. Matter of fact, I'm told that we'll be talking interesting reaction. The crowd here mostly, oh, what a right in that corner against Shields. But Randy stays up. Now he must desperately hold on. Spun away from the rope successfully, but Hearns is after him. Now on the inside, trying to cut down the punching leverage and power of Hearns. But you saw the right. Now Shields is in terrible trouble. Ferrara warns Hearns about use of the head, the butt. Blood around both of Shields' eyes now. It's another big, right there you saw the right get through to Hearns. He half sneers, half laughs, but Shields stays there. I wonder what might have happened if Shields had real punching power.
What is corner?
Go to your corner. Ferrara wants the cuts and the eyes looked at. The ring doctor is Dr. C.D. Lake. We've seen him around boxing circles for years. Let's see what his decision is. As a result of this, we will stay between rounds. The doctor, you see him checking the eyes. See that cut on the inside of the left eye? Let's see. He's letting the fight continue. We have little more than a half minute left. There is an open cut on the left cheek of Shields, but that won't bother him. His face now a pulpy mess. Still fighting, he will score an occasional blow, but only occasional. Yet Hearns has not been able to put this man down, let alone away. The end of the round at hand. See as Tommy now. He keeps his left low. I've commented on that. Have you observed that?
I've always observed that. I hope he keeps it that way.
Okay, thank you. So, some encouraging sights from Sugar Ray Leonard's point of view, but he'll have to prove out against Hearns. A quick left by Randy Shields. We're in the 10th round. Leonard did observe that he feels the punching power of Hearns has diminished with the passage of rounds. We are 35 seconds into round 10. I'd like to tell you, Ray Leonard, if you can hear me, that what impresses me about Hearns in this fight is against so tough and game a guy as Shields, he has not lost his poise, his composure. He's still boxing purposefully, scoring all the points, using the left, hoping to set up the right, loading up when he can. This is a well-trained, disciplined fighter, Tommy Hearns. He's a tribute to Emanuel Stewart and the fact that Stewart has brought great young fighters out of the Kronk Gymnasium in Detroit. One of whom debuted today in the undercard, Jackie Beard, who I felt would have won a gold in Moscow had the Americans gone. Knocked out his opponent in the second round, the youngster from Nashville, Tennessee. But now this is Hearns against Shields in its 10th round action. Shields is surprising, isn't he? No wonder there you saw a good right by Hearns. No wonder he went 10 rounds with Sugar Ray, and even beat Sugar Ray as an amateur in '73, when each of them, Shields and Leonard, were just 17. Now going down to the midsection by Hearns. Good tactic, maybe overdue. Less than a minute left in round 10.
Back it up.
40 seconds left. Blood streaming down from the left eye now on Randy Shields' face. let's face it, is a bloody mess, but he fights on. With 15 seconds left in round 10. He is paying some price for his courage. Coming up the end of the 10th round. We're back live, ringside, Phoenix, Arizona, round 11 coming up. WBA World Welterweight Championship at stake. And, of course, Tommy Hearns defending, Randy Shields challenging. A good right by Shields. He somehow stays in there. The fight totally dominated by Tommy Hearns, but he has not been able to knock Shields down. What Hearns has done is kept his poise and boxed his fight, piling up the points. But now Shields, in the 11th round, suddenly becomes aggressive. It was amazing he stayed on his feet in the 4th round. 2 tremendous rights were scored against him, and he was doubled over at one point, but still he never went down. A minute into round 11. And the fight continues in the precise pattern you've been seeing in the previous 10 rounds. Hearns working the left. Although briefly, as noted, the first 30 seconds of this round, Shields was quickly aggressive. Interesting the way Shields will come up with the occasional right lead. The exact blow popularized in his prime by Ali and used so effectively by our Olympic fighters in Montreal. Of course, you've got to be very quick-handed, very quick in your reflexes, because the right lead has to travel a further distance to reach the opponent than the left, and it gives the opponent the chance to answer back, and often dangerously. As I was describing that, Hearns scored with another blistering right. We have 1 minute 5 seconds left in round 11. A good left by Hearns as Shields was coming into him. But they've done a good job on the blood around Hearns' eyes in the corner between the 10th and 11th rounds. It's only now just begun to reappear. Hearns has to respect Randy Shields. When we get a look at Randy Shields, there, good left by Hearns, snapped him back to the chin. See those rope burns on Shields' back? He's been against those ropes often, and Hearns has pummeled him there. Net, the rope burns that are all over his back. There you could see them very quickly, but very effective. 10 seconds left in round 11. He claims a butt. Shields claims a butt. We're going to stay and look at that. A right lead by Hearns missed. The end of round 11. Now we'll stay and see if we can get a gander at that butt claim by Shields' corner. Remember, Hearns' corner claimed a butt in the very first round. Now let's look at it. Well, the heads met, that's for sure. However, you've got to be fair about that. It was Shields coming into Hearns. Don't forget, tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern and Pacific, 7 Central, ABC's Wide World of Sports 20th Anniversary Show Special. Celebrate with but the issues, the stories. Jim McKay, of course, the host, incomparable at his job. We're in round 12 here, live in Phoenix, Arizona, WBA World Welterweight Championship at stake. Round 12, and Tommy Hearns has not knocked out Randy Shields. In fact, he has not even knocked him down. 30 seconds into round 12. Perhaps it's unfair to even observe that. The only problem is Hearns has received so much publicity and has been so devastating in his record that one automatically expects something else to happen here today. A quick knockout, but it hasn't. It may still be a knockout, but it wasn't quick. See the way Hearns is fighting, how disciplined he is. Don't make a mistake. Keep scoring your points. If you can find the opportunity, then blast him. That's the coaching, the training of Emanuel Stritch. Might add, he had superb coaching as an amateur, too. Some of it by the incomparable, now deceased, Tom Sarge Johnson. Went down in that ill-fated air crash in Poland that took so many of our young fighters. We saw Hearns again land. Shields holding on. Grimley, so tired. Hearns trying to go downstairs, then upstairs, then downstairs, then the right. Oh, a terrible right against Shields, and Shields still doesn't go down, and the rope burn's more apparent than ever. They are separated by Ferrara. Not all acts of courage are performed on the battlefield. This is a battlefield of its own, and the acts of courage by Randy Shields just tremendous. We have a half minute left in round 12. Can Shields survive? That's now the question. Hearns incessant in his attack. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 3. He survives a round. We are back live in Phoenix, Arizona. Randy Shields survived the 12th round, but there will be no 13th. In one of the grimmest displays of courage you'll ever want to see, he could go no further. The ring doctor stopped the fight. Tommy Hearns retains his title, a technical knockout. The 12th round officially, and so it was. As you look at that kid, you got to give him all the credit in the world. But give Tommy Hearns credit too. And we are told abruptly that we are out of time. Congratulations to you, Tommy Hearns. So long, everybody.